Hey, hello, live chatters and mad hatters. This is Douglas George Bloch with your weekly Depression Recovery Radio Hour. Pastor Doug. And of course, it is the first day of daylight savings time in the US of A rainy, windy day in Portland, Oregon. And look at all these people showing up. Does that mean you set your clocks forward? Here in America, yes, but I think in the UK you're still on standard time. So how do people figure it out? How many people? Raise your hand if you're on standard time. Of course, Lazy Eye Ranch is in California. Of course, she's on, how was it, PDT, Pacific Daylight Time. Hi, Isaac. Hi, Kevin Wilson. You're always here. Lower the Frenchy Swan. God bless you. Prince McAdoo, same here. Clint Vigil. San Sharenko. Nice to hear from you again. Jennifer Tiana. And C from Oklahoma City in daylight. 7 times, Prince McAdoo. Good to see you again, sir. Where are you from? When you call me sir, you must be from another country. Tezar Koha, good evening to all from Copenhagen. So what time is it there? I think Copenhagen is 9 hours ahead of Portland, so it would either be 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Hey, Claire Bear, nice to see you. I like your little hearts. I like the thumbs up. I don't know where you get these emojis. I love the Ava. I love your little hearts for your eyes. How am I today? Tired. The adjustment is always difficult. It's like going into time change, right? It's like flying from Salt Lake City to Portland. Hey guys from Dubai, my God, what are you, like 12 hours ahead of us? Jeff Balslack, you must have gotten some notifications. It was great to see you all. I thought we might have a sparsely populated, the Philippines. Oh my God, 3 a.m. there. Well, I don't know, you probably don't have daylight savings time in the Philippines. Yes, I agree with you today, Clint Vigil. About the time change being like a jet lag, right. Hello, much love and healing from Romania. We have an international crowd. My mother, God bless her, a grandmother from Romania, myself, and isn't that kind of near Ukraine? And let's not even talk about that. What a human tragedy, huh? Much love and healing from Romania. Patrick Coleman, hey, nice to see you, Patty. Sorry I didn't get back to you the other night. Got really busy. You know, Phineas is in trouble right now, so we're trying to help him out. Alex Jones. Isaac, are you working today, Patrick? By the way, I'm about to get what's called an e-bike. How many people have you heard of that? How can you be on standard time? Doesn't Oklahoma go into daylight savings time? That's impossible. I thought everybody except Arizona did. So, how many people know what an e-bike is? I'm about to buy one. An electronic bike for old fogies like me. Although I don't think I look 73 years old. Anyway, I just went up to the top 500 feet, Rocky Butte, but I can't ride the 35 miles I used to, and some of my friends do that because they have e-bikes, so I'm trying to keep up with them. 11 p.m. just did my prayers and got to sleep sometime. Aussie in action. I love the fact you pray before bed. Richier. Jack from Canada. Yes, I think you wrote me a nice letter. Jack Henry, if I recall. Is it warming up in Oklahoma? Never knew it was cold. So, anybody see my Words That Heal audiobook upload yesterday called Have Patience? Oh my goodness. Have patience. Right? Rome was not built in a day, so my mother said. Oh, snow on Friday in Oklahoma? Wow. Amazing. Kathy Peterson, congratulations on the coming e-bike. Yes. I'm 73. My good friend said, you want to have a bike that you can ride till you're 89 or 99. Well, she's optimistic, isn't she? Well, you know, Mercury and Pisces, what do you expect? Yes, I absolutely adore cycling. It changed my life when I got into road biking in 2011. Did reach the beach next year, 105 miles without even blinking an eye, and I was 63 years old. So, yeah, e-bikes are just the rage for baby boomers, aren't they? I wonder if you could speak about your experience with acupuncture. Well, I did a video called How Acupuncture Stopped My Anxiety in Its Tracks, and it basically took the thumping heartbeat and just calmed it right down. And, you know, these points are powerful. A lot of people are skeptical of acupuncture, but not when you've seen it work. So e-bike, great decision. I like one. Let us know how it is. Yeah, I will. And see, I didn't. It was good. You didn't what? I'm not quite sure what you didn't do, but anyway. Yeah, so e-bikes are really, there's such high demand now because, right, the baby boomers, the greatest generation, at least in numbers, in the history of planet Earth, or at least in America, we're getting into our 60s and 70s. My good friend just is turning 70, brother's turning 70, I'm already 73. Pretty soon we'll be dead. You had experience like me with acupuncture, great. The wildflowers are starting to bloom. The wild lilacs will be here soon. They smell so good. Well, you could make perfume. Speaking of which, it is, my God, the first day of spring is a week away. All right, so anybody see my video? Our videos are going down in numbers. I don't know why. The quality is exceptional. Speaking of which, on Saturday, the day before spring, March 19th, we're going to have a special documentary. And this is what it's going to be. And I want you all to watch it. If not, I'm never going to talk to you again. Of course, I've never talked to you anywhere, right? So here's the name of the documentary that's coming up. I'm working on it for weeks. It's called The Life and Times of Bruce Bloch. Lyrica is a sleep medication. What do we have? 42 viewers? Not too bad for this time of the show. We always like to try to get 70. Hit the like button, boys and girls. That would be really helpful. I'm a Christian. I've been struggling to keep my faith. A lot of Christians, when they go through trials and tribulations, but Job said, I know that my Redeemer liveth. You just have to hang in there. Yeah, it was on patience, which we all need. Gotta go, guys. Keep doing this. Love you. Hopefully don't see any nightmares tonight. Well, that's good. Hey, Rick M., nice to hear from you. So I had a reaction to something that caused severe depression. Yeah, that's what happened to me when I took Effexor. Really, it was really, really bad. I fortunately got over it at some point, but oh, I see. You had the same reaction, similar experience to me with agitated depression. I got it. Do you enjoy NAD plus or cheap version? Niacinamide? Yeah, I like niacin. Helps lower my blood pressure. It was excellent. Just what I need to hear. Suzanne Woopert, I'm glad you listened to it. Same to you, Anne. Acupuncture. Tried it myself 4 times, but luck thought it was good. Lagai, yes, bring that far away. Thank you. Lagai has been reading my manuscript of my future audiobook. I've been working on it for 4 years? This is ridiculous. But the audiobook has a great name, which I stole, and I want you to tell me what you think this book is about from the title. By the way, Bruce is coming up on Saturday, just letting you know you want to see Bruce. When it hurts too much to live. Having a bad day, but listening to your autobiography gave me comfort. Thank you, Martin. Were you listening to it on the YouTube channel or on Audible? What Martin is talking about is my memoir, which is the best thing I've ever written. I mean, I don't mean that in any egotistical way, but I'm so proud of it. It's called When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, A Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression. This is the hardback version, which came out in 1998. It tells the experience of my agitated depression 25 years ago, where I almost killed myself on multiple occasions, but was saved by prayer and loving energy from people. I'll never forget it. Yes, you saw it on YouTube. All right, Martin. Well, it's free on YouTube. If you want to have it in a much more compact way, you can flip from chapter to chapter. You can get it on Audible. Only $14.95. Really, really cheap. Emon says, every morning I'm in total despair, suicidal. It feels like a mixture of terror and grief. What to do? What to do is to reach out for help, support, find a good therapist, find a good counselor, and maybe a prescriber. You can email me, Shay, but I don't always return emails because I get so many of them from you guys. But every morning I'm in total despair. Yeah, well, guess what? It will pass. I promise you. And this audiobook I'm writing called "It Hurts So Much to Live." It is about what happens when you have suicidal pain. And I did create a website in 2020, which very few people know about. It is called Overcoming Suicidal Pain, and you can see some of the icons or images on the front page there. Reasons for hope, remove all means of self-harm, reasons to stay alive. This is what we need. We need reasons to stay alive when we're suffering. What could it be? A family member, a child, something to a purpose, or just you don't want to hurt the people you love. You know, when you die like that, it's a train wreck. But you need to find a way to turn down the knob of the pain, and that's what this website talks about. That's what my audiobook's talking about, and that's what this channel talks about. How do we reduce our pain? How to get focused every day? Meditation, taking a walk. Yeah, I see you're trying to get focused, huh? Good day, sir. Yes, hello, everyone. Hope all is good. Yes, Paolo. I think we got the point about how to get focused every day. Yeah, you do it by many times following your breath, sometimes taking a walk, exercise. There's a lot of different ways to get focused. Anyway, Lisa from Alberta, thank you so much for your kind words. I will be sending you more chapters from my book. So there's a guy named Charles Andruski. I'm not pronouncing his last name properly, but he wrote a comment about the patience video, and he said, it was amazing. What a metaphor. He said, we serve a slow cooker God, not a microwave God. Got it? Slow cooker, not microwave. In other words, when we evolve, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a long, slow process of refinement, like polishing a diamond, right? We're being polished by the windstorms of life, said Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, right? It takes time, right? So yes, we have to have patience because it takes a while to heal from depression. It takes a while to raise your consciousness. It doesn't happen, we're kind of a society, instant results. Not when getting over depression, not when becoming more spiritual. Hey, Stephanie Bacon. And by the way, it's 15 minutes after the hour and not a single donation from anybody? No. Oh, the guy, of course. Always the same, $13.99. Thank you so much. Mohammed Al-Shanat from Gaza, the man who has been through ups and downs and is still surviving. I spent sleepless nights thinking about the people from Ukraine. You're not the only one, my friend. I pray for peace. Both Russians and Ukrainians are great people. Yeah, well, it's not the Russian people. It's this maniac called Putin. And right out of took a playbook from Adolf Hitler, didn't he? Bruce Lewis, look forward to the video. Yes, he did. As a matter of fact, I'm currently on Zoloft, says Shave Vids. I am... I'm on my way, second year of depression, and now I'm pregnant. I'm married. I have a decent life, but I have a guy feeling that God is my way out. Can you say a prayer for me? Absolutely, Shavitz. We can not only say a prayer for you, but I can give you a 24-hour prayer line that has saved my life many times. And thank you. The thumbs up button would be appreciated. So this prayer line is called Silent Unity. And it's 1-816-969-2000. They will basically put you in their prayer chapel. They will hold you in the light for 30 days. And after those 30 days, you will be a different person. And it's free of charge. Of course, you can give a donation, and that's how they survive. But yes, please call Silent Unity if you're looking for prayers. Might almost keep me going, says Lazy Ranch. Speaking of which, I am going to grab something. 56 people hit the like button. We could hit 70 by 12:30. I'm going to grab something about Bruce. I will be back in less than 30 seconds. Okay, So Bruce was euthanized at a wonderful place here in Portland called the Dove Lewis Veterinary Hospital. A bunch of saints run that place. And in the room where he died, there's a tree. And you can see this tree. And every leaf on this tree and every dove on this tree represents a cat or dog or animal who passed away in this room. There are actually 3 trees. Okay? And this is the one that Bruce is on. Here's a memorial to Bruce. I don't know if you can read it. It says, "To our beloved cat Bruce, thank you for bringing love and joy into our lives, Joan and Douglas." And this is going to be featured prominently in the biography of Bruce that will be posted on the 19th, this coming Saturday. Isn't that a beautiful dove? You can see it kind of further away here. Yeah. So there he is. And I'll even show you where on the tree. Right there. You see right below my finger? Anyway, Joan and I went in on Wednesday. We were told we couldn't get in because people use that room constantly. We said, let's try it. And we walked in. Not only was the room empty, but there was a client services rep named Nick who took us right into the room, helped us put the Bruce thing up, and then spent 15 minutes talking to us about Bruce and their mission. It was a magical day. That was the day before Bruce died. The anniversary, 6-month anniversary, was on March 9th. Anyway, yeah, love that tree dedication. Yes, it's not me. It's Dove Lewis. You seem very intelligent. As someone who gives good advice, what would you do about a motorbike riding British man who ties his dog outside Centra, which he robs daily? I don't even know what Centra is. Anyway, we serve a slow cook God, not a microwave God. Thanks, Douglas, for that. You're a mensch. Yeah, well, that wasn't me. There's nothing new under the sun. I'm depressed, have high social anxiety, and no sex drive. I'm only 19. Isaac, depression takes away your sex drive. So, calling the troops. Time to reach out for help. Go find a mental health professionals. Ava, I become anxiety-ridden due to toxic family members. Just keep at it even though I've stopped talking to them. Well, I don't know. How do they get a hold of you? You could block their phone numbers or their texts. And again, you should probably go ahead and talk to a therapist to help you negotiate that. Adorable ravens are outside. They're bringing me funny, sometimes useful things. And what are they bringing you, Lazy Eye Ranch? That's a good point. DWH, RGRT, nice to see you again. Michael Thau, I wish you continued health and happiness, Douglas. Can't get rid of my chronic insomnia. Can't sleep more than 4 hours. Well, I'm not allowed to prescribe over this YouTube, but there are medications. I'll just say what helped me. Seroquel was a big game changer for me. But there are so many medications, including antidepressants that are not even habit forming, like trazodone, amitriptyline, Remeron. Anyway, talk to your prescriber. There are things you can do, and there's also, breathing techniques, exercise. Count back forth from 100 to 1. I have a video called "What Happens If It's 4 a.m. and You Can't Get Back to Sleep." You might want to watch it. Evening to you all, says QT. What if you've been an individual of raised consciousness only to have it picked apart? That's interesting. How do you have a raised consciousness picked apart? I've never heard that. Yes, Claire Bruce, right? You're giving ideas, helping. Well, the psychology board got after me when I was running groups, so I have to be very, careful to cover my tush. Yes, that tree dedication is great. I'll show it to you again. I mean, just think about this. This whole tree, every leaf on this tree, every dove represents a pet who somebody loved. And I'm telling you, I never would have believed in my life that people could be that attached to pets until Bruce came along. So it is amazing how you can bond to a pet. Of course, they're a mammal, right? We're the same, basically, the same species, not quite, but we're mammals, and so it's no wonder that we can bond to animals like we can bond to humans. Well, I did tell them. I said Remeron, amitriptyline, and trazodone are 3 antidepressants that often people use, which I've taken all of them. They bring you metal washers, titanium snips, outdoor thermometer. Wow. Smart, smart, smart animals. And by the way, if some of you, those of you who hadn't met Bruce yet, right? This cat who basically changed the life of me and Joan. If I can go to camera, if I can go to photos, if I can go to all photos, if I can go to albums, if I can go to see all, and then here we have it. The flat-nosed Himalayan, Bruce Bloch. What an adorable, see the little heart around his neck? There he was, a highly conscious being, an evolved soul, a beautiful spirit. And he is now being honored on the tree and on the video that is coming on Saturday. We're going to say $10,000 for my dog to have back surgery. They're like family. $10,000 for back surgery for a dog. That is incredible. Well, he lived to be 13 years and had an amazing life. So I, poor me soon, right? So death is a part of life. So the question is, how did he live? With great love. I'm still having a hard time for forgiving my thank you $4.99. I think that's probably going to be Jennifer. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, definitely donations are helpful. That's how this YouTube channel continues. I'm still having a hard time forgiving my mom for euthanizing our cat of 17 years, 1993, without telling anyone. Oh, well, that doesn't sound right. If you're going to kill an animal, you got to let people know. I'm sorry that happened. Did she tell you why she didn't tell anybody? Anyone here have ketamine infusions? Not I, but someone probably does. Thank you for the best YouTube. It's actually learning about your soul. Yeah. So, what was I thinking about Bruce? Yes, the whole idea of people bonding to animals, it's absolutely incredible. And Jennifer Tiana, sorry, I recognize your little face with a cat prints. Thank you so much. Paw prints is what they are. And you know what? They gave us Bruce's paw prints before they cremated him, which I could go show you, but I don't want to leave right now. But yes, that's a gift we got from Dove Lewis. The guy my dad passed away 6 months ago. He was 93. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. My father was 93. I don't think I'm going to get there, but you never know. But if I do get there, I want to be healthy. Terry Murray, nice to see you again. Greetings from Vancouver Island. Epiphany yesterday was how pets and nature give us something heartfelt to connect with. Absolutely, because we are nature, we are pets, we are part of the animal kingdom. This is why human beings should not be raping the planet and destroying habitats. I'm sorry, I've gotten more cynical. Climate change. Do you hear the reports from the UN? Well, I won't be around to have this, see the seas go into Manhattan at least, but I'm sorry it's going to happen for other people. Have you had encounters with God? Yeah. He is good. He is God. He was merciful, forgiving. I don't think he wants us to be sick, but our actions add up in a way. Yes. Well, we do have free will, don't we, Shay Bids? Absolutely. So, it's that animal that makes me not surprised about the latest with cats talking through buttons. We communicated very well through my words and her body language. Huh. Didn't know you could talk to cats through buttons. Cat may not have been deadly ill, just having a hard time getting to the basement litter box. Yeah. Richet, crows are incredibly smart. Yes. Thank you for the sympathy. Oh man, nice to see you. Ella, 16. Michelle, hello, Doug's everyone. Late, but catch up later. Lots of love. Yes, yes, yes. My mom and dad were an empty nest by then. I wasn't living here. Don't know why. Never asked her. Not sure I want to go there. Well, then you just may want to just accept that happened and, and send your cat lots of prayers and blessings. So, nobody has said any jokes. Well, Edward Steiner is gone. Laugh Out Loud Joke Book for Kids. We are now 30 minutes after the hour. Again, can always use some more donations. Okay. What did Santa give? Well, you won't get this joke. You have to be old enough. What is the best way to communicate with a fish? Drop it a line, of course. Why did the sparrow go to the library? I don't know. They can't read. Oh, he was looking for bookworms. What is black and white and red all over? Well, they say an embarrassed penguin, but when I was a kid, it was an embarrassed zebra. Bad jokes for kids. Someone else come up with a better one. And it looks like Edward Steiner. I raised you from the dead. I just said you weren't around to tell us a joke, and bingo, you just manifested. The U.S. is banning Russian oil imports, and McDonald's is closing those restaurants in Russia. We don't want their oil, and they don't want our grease. Yeah, well, I think they do want our grease. Everybody likes our grease, even though it's not healthy. Anyway, yes, what's happening with Russia, I won't even comment on it. It's just too inhumane, not even the right word. But I could use a joke from you, Edward. That would help me cheer up. Stephanie, thank you for all that you do. I love you, Stephanie, so much. We'll have to meet. Why don't we fly down? We can meet in Sacramento. Oh, that's where you live. Well, maybe I will go to Sacramento. I love that town. Shay Vids. Oh, nice little emoji. That's cute. How do you find those things? Thank you, dear. And Shay, I guess, is a lady's name. Vids, are you, what nationality are you? And yeah, I know you've been struggling, but I promise you can and will get better. And thank you so much for your donation. 59 concurrent video views, 11 more, and we hit 70. Hit that like button. Ukraine used to be Russia, yeah, but it's its own. It's its own state, It's not, you just can't take over something. It's, that is now independent. That's called being a dictator, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, we are going to avoid it. But in the meantime, the poor Ukrainian people are paying the price. Your PayPal's communications, yes. And the other way you can contribute by PayPal is simply my email address. But Palace Communications is the PayPal address. You're absolutely right. Yes, contributions always appreciated. Alex Jones feeling pretty low lately. Well, what can you do to cheer yourself up? I know you've had a really difficult life. I have so much empathy, and the fact you're hanging in there, you're a very courageous person for sure. And we seem to have dropped to 50, maybe all this Ukraine stuff. Shay Vids, I'm African American. Yes, I can tell by your lovely afro. My real name is Shayna, but I'm a YouTuber. My YouTube name is Shay Vids. What a beautiful name. Is it Shayna or Shina? Probably Shayna. Yeah, no. What type of channel do you have? Yeah, I'm sad for the rest of the people. I have no control over what's happening. They're bravely protesting the attacks. Yeah. He's not a dictator. Well, it's, everything is basically a matter of interpretation. Um, so, questions about mental health, right? Afraid my best years of work are behind me. I've always woken up worried about work instead of excited. Although I've never been fired or had a negative review, I often feel incompetent. Well, talk to your therapist about that. That's something that's inside of you, right? Oh, uh, let me finish talking to you, and then I have a request for all you guys. Damien Lopez, yes, great to see you. Thank you for all donate. Yes, Edward and Jennifer and Lagai and Jennifer Tiana and Shay Viz, all of you. And again, you can donate as little as 99 cents. Do you believe it? And you'll still contribute to this channel. Also, I don't really push this enough, but you can become a patron. Patreon's a wonderful way to become a monthly subscriber, just like you would with your PBS station. You just go to patreon.com and type in my name and the word depression. You'll be taken to my Patreon page. A lot of you, some of you are patrons. It helps when we have some sort of a monthly flow. We know how many videos we can make and how much we can pay the videographers. Speaking of which, as I said, I'm doing two videos on Wednesday, and Bruce Bloch will be one of them. I use the block control, not the place to argue this. I agree with you. Have the times changed? I'm not quite sure. You mean the time zones changed, right? Yeah, I probably have picked up a Russell control. You're absolutely right. Well, if it comes on again, he will be gone. All right. Yes. Thank you, Lazy Ranch. We aren't here to argue about politics. And of course, in the murder words of my brother, he started it, right? Anyway, the Russian troll is gone, Lazy Ranch. Thank you for bringing it up to me. Yes, Damien Lawless, don't worry about it. Little Ukraine is come and gone. Have the clocks changed in the U.S.? Of course. Today, March 13th, daylight savings time. It's going to stay light till 7:30. Little good it's going to do when it's raining and pouring. Yes, it's normally 8 p.m. I knew, Tony Issue, I knew some of the UK people like Jason Clulo and you would miss it because we pushed our clocks ahead and you didn't. And I forgot to mention it last time. My bad. But now you know. From now on until you guys change, it's going to be 7 p.m. your time, not 8. But I'm sure you will push the clocks ahead at one point. Andreas, yes, thank you. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. Great. Shay Bits, you have a mental health channel. I watch all your videos. Man, it's pronounced like it's spelled, Shay. Oh, what's the name of your channel, Shay? I'd love to go watch it. I'm going to have a bite of a banana. I'm hungry. It is 37 minutes after the hour, 12:37, Daylight Savings Time, PDT, Pacific Daylight Time. But you could definitely use a few more donations and a few more viewers. What do we have right now? 55. Well, not too bad, but it would be really nice to get to 70. Andy Barber, nice to see you. Yes, thank you. Hope you're doing well too. Do you know how much about OCD? Pure, I'm not quite sure what that is. I know about OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Really want to escape my father's narcissistic abuse. Well, are you living with him? March 27th, the clocks change in the UK. That's in 2 weeks. Okay, so next week on the 20th, it'll still be at 7 p.m. your time, not 8. Silver Moon, nice to see you. Yes, little old Ukraine was blocked and by myself and probably by some of you folks. Hey, Roller Girl. from Las Vegas. Nice to always see you. And hey, old genie, nice to see you too. I'm drinking lots of coffee. It's like I can't, I'm on a jet lag right now. All right. Doug, is my text visible? Yes, it is, old genie. Why wouldn't it be? It is definitely visible. Due to money problems, but setting up work would help. Right. Well, when you say setting up work, you mean you're self-employed? Douglas, I want to donate, but I don't know how. I only have $13 in my account. How do I donate through Patreon? You go to patreon.com and then you sign up. As I say, $2 a month if that's something you can afford. With only $13 in your account, however, you may want to wait a while. But I'll show you the Patreon thing if I can find it. And here is the exact. Oh, Richer. I'm pronouncing your name like French correctly? You can let me know. Anyway, Patreon, www.patreon.com/Douglas Bloch. Pretty simple. You can get there. Homepage, $2 a month. Again, if you only have 14, well, you could always donate $2 right now by hitting the live chat button. I made a neighbor who stopped by to chat. Unfortunately, just wanted to use my water to grow his cannabis. I told him to get his own water meter. I'm not afraid, the nerve of that guy. Well, there you have it. So, any successes this week? Any people who have, so Damien, you can donate now by hitting the super chat button. Any successes? Tell me about a mental health success. Something you did. I had a success. I'm about to buy an electronic bike, which is really going to help my mental health because I'm going to be riding with my friends, and every time I ride my bike, the endorphins go up, and I feel better. So, let's hear a mental health success. And see, you're always pretty upbeat. Don't drink too much coffee. Only a cup. This stuff, this high brew has very little caffeine in it. I had a friend apologize for making fun of the reason that caused my recent depressive episode. I don't know how to respond. You could just say thank you for apologizing. I don't know. That's what I would do. Rush El Salvador 503. How many days do I have not to feel any desire for alcohol? Not an alcohol counselor. Been sober for a week. Great. Go to AA meetings. They'll tell you. I prefer weed over alcohol. Give me some of your knowledge. What should I do? Want to quit everything? Well, you should go to AA and Marijuana Anonymous and work with people there, and also a addictions professional. 10 years clean and sober, roller girl, great. So Rush, yeah, I would definitely. You can quit alcohol and weed. Lots of people have done it. Millions of people have done it. Make the decision to heal and then work with people. Work in community. AA and MA are set up for that. And there are also individual drug and alcohol counselors. A lot of resources out there, Rush. AB, thank you, Douglas, for all the efforts to help us heal. I just found you and brought your book. Which one? I've written 10 of them. I appreciate your sharing and healing. Well, thank you, dear, or Kai. Anyway, which book did you get? Shay Bids, exercising helped me with depression, but only if I'm consistent. I only have to get it on a treadmill for 1 hour a day. That's a lot of time to be on a treadmill. Usually they say 16 minutes to raise your heartbeat and sweat is enough to do it, says the research. So if you're on there for an hour, you're doing plenty. Addiction to alcohol is ruining you. Well, it's ruining millions of people. It ruined Bill Wilson until he found a way out, and he founded Alcoholics Anonymous, and then helped millions of people. So here's a term that I like, and I identify with Bill Wilson, and I like that term myself. Wounded healer. That's what Bill Wilson and we suffered greatly on a condition. 60 people, 10 more to go. Hit the like button, and then we healed, and now, and are using what we learned to help other people, except he's doing it or did it on a much grander scale than I did. I've got this station, I've got my books, my channel. He went ahead and founded an organization that has, I don't know, at least 1,000 meetings a day going on in Portland. So it's wonderful when people suffer and some good can come out of it. Damien, thank you, Douglas. You are so kind. You actually reply and interact with your fans. You truly care. May holy God bless you. I'll take that. Healing is the New High by Vex King really helped me heal from depression. Okay, is that a book or is that a YouTube channel? I drank a lot now. I take a few days off though. Yeah, well, that's good, but you know, see if you can do less and reach out for help. CBD flowers help me heal with anxiety, says Antoinette Neal. You bought Healing from Depression? That's a really, really good book. That's was written 25 years ago. I wouldn't take a word back. Yeah, reminds me of the Dire Straits song. Martin Knopfler is a great guitarist and songwriter. Don't you like what's a famous Dire Straits song? So Far Away. Yeah. There's too many stresses in the world. I need some kind of a crutch. Well, you're right, a crutch. Well, what is a crutch? Prayer is a crutch. Deep breathing is a crutch. I'll tell you what, Alex. Why don't you send me your email or put it up right now for everybody to see. And this right here, this has 45 different crutches you can use to improve your mood. And none of them involves being addicted. Exercise, diet, breathing, yoga, therapy, community, goal setting, music, structure and routine. I'm just memorizing those off the top of my head. Social support, cognitive behavioral therapy, crutches right here, but healthy crutches. So put up your email address or send an email to me and I'll send you this free chart and you can maybe find other ways to support yourself when you're feeling down. Samard Halabi, who always says, hit the like button. Thank you. Nice hearing from you. I assume you're from the Middle East or lived there at one point. Please don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel. I can count on your support. Thank you. Do we have an email address? Yes, it's douglasbloch@gmail.com. Pretty easy to remember. Don't I have to use a credit card, debit card? Forget to put my number in. What if someone steals my number? My brother knows how to do that stuff. Okay, so just go ahead and send to me PayPal. Then they don't need to do it. You just basically say send them $5 and there it goes. Nobody sees anything, right? Just go to paypal.com. 65 people. 5 more, guys. Come on. To send money for free. So I'm still waiting to hear, look, this is mental health recovery, right? So how are we going to do mental health recovery? We have to share our successes and our tools with each other, right? So I think Shay Vitz maybe was said exercise. Yeah, I climbed, at 73 years old, I climbed an extinct volcano called Rocky Butte, 600 feet. You try it sometime. But by the time we got to the top, I was, unbelievably high and feeling great. So that's a success. Thank you, Douglas. Is overeating a crutch? Yeah, of course. If you're doing it to soothe yourself, sometimes people overeat because they're having a great meal. But if you're using food to medicate or to shift your emotions, that is a quote unquote crutch. You're 38. Oh, Jeannie, I don't know if I'd do anything to be 30 yet, but oh my God. Whew. Just one day you'll be 73, just like me. Yes, the world is too much online and people do become isolated. Barrett Mason, I always love to hear from you. Yeah, you're right. People who spend too much time on Facebook get depressed. By the way, hit the like button. Got to get to 70 people. Yes, there always are side effects when you use chemicals, but sometimes it's a trade-off. Because you can have side effects on Seroquel, right? I gained some weight, which I'm trying to lose, but also if you look at my video from February 5th, I was having a major nervous breakdown and was suicidal. And wow, the dollar sign just went ahead and went, maybe somebody made a donation. But anyway, yeah, no, chemicals have side effects, you're right, if you're talking about antidepressants or psychiatric drugs, but sometimes the cost is worth it. Thank you, Samad Halabi. I always love your feedback. It is, you need a thanks button next time to the save button. Yes. Is there a thanks button, Lagai? I don't know. I'll have to ask YouTube. What is this button here? Create a poll. Show your support. Custom emojis. Oh, okay. So here's a YouTube. Here's emoji. Do I just hit it and then like this? Wow, that was easy. Search emojis. Okay, how do we get out of the emoji thing? Anyway, do you like my emoji? Hey, Task Monacar, come on, let's tell a dumb joke from India. I really could need one. Use one. February of this year? No, we're in March, last I checked. All right, so still waiting to hear from successes from people. Antoine, hi Doug, I've been struggling with intrusive thoughts about my partner's past. It mars my daily life and it consumes me, and I just can't stop stumbling. In fact, when I feel my anxiety coming on, that's what intrusive funds do. Many people have them. Well, okay, Lagai, send me a link. You know my email address. How to put a thanks button on. I'd love to be able to thank people. That's a wonderful idea. Anyway, so yeah, intrusive thoughts are so hard for many people. That's why my most popular video, you can look at it, but there's so much information out there. It's called How to Stop Intrusive. You can look it up on my channel. By the way, I'm recovering from hip replacement surgery, for those of you who haven't been following it, and I'm supposed to only sit for 20 minutes, and I've been sitting for 50. I'm going to stand up. Damian Lopez, I've never met you personally, but I know you're a true friend. You are loved greatly by your fans, such as myself. P.S. I take Seroquel at night to sleep. So do I. 50 milligrams. So do I. It helps sometimes. Neurontin also helps. Yeah. Well, I found that 50 milligrams of Seroquel helped my anxiety, but it also raised my liver enzymes and I put on weight, so I'm basically getting off it. But boy, I found it to be a really, really good medicine on a lot of levels. Anxiety and sleep. It went ahead and just knocked those right out, or helped the sleep and knocked out the anxiety. Yes, Barrett Mason, intrusive thoughts are common to everybody. It's only a matter of degree. All the best, latest news trailer from India, Delhi. Nice to hear from you. Yeah, much to focus on world events. It's hard to escape them if you have a television. You know, it's just like Vietnam, all the images of war on television. Laura Barto, nice to hear from you. Wondering how all of you are handling the sadness Ukraine tragedy. We've been talking about this off and on during the live chat, and I find that if I watch it too much, the news too much, I get depressed. I have to be very, very careful what I expose myself to, especially when I have no control over it. 67 people, 3 more to hit 70 before we leave in 8 minutes. Some of you guys hit that like button. It would be wonderful to have 70 viewers. All right, so I agree with Barrett, way too focused on the media, but it's hard not to. I'm not having neighbors closest a mile away, so we can't hear noises. Good for this, because I like to sing when I'm outside. Are there any music albums you find comforting to listen to? Yes, Billy Joel, The Stranger from 1971. Sorry about that. I love that album. You know, I'm from the 60s, so of course that was from the 70s, but Billy Joel, that was his masterpiece. It's a YouTube button. You have to inquire with YouTube for it. Hold on, the guy is saying something helpful. People pay you through this button, especially on your non-live shows. So people can pay you even when they're just watching a video? and it's called the YouTube button. Look, you've done your homework. Maybe you should, you know my phone number, call me, maybe you can walk me through this. Yes, Brett Mason and Douglas, I suffer horribly from intrusive thoughts. Watch that video of mine, it will help. Tim Murphy, I've been so depressed, I've been in bed all weekend, I can't stop thinking about someone. Well, that's an obsessive intrusive thought, isn't it? Can you shift your focus? Can you get out of bed and go out to have lunch with a friend or watch a movie? You've got to shift your focus and think about something else. If you can't, that's when it's time to reach out for help. Psychologist, therapist, and learn how to do that, or sometimes medication helps. Again, what was the medicine for anxiety, please? Well, Seroquel is not a medication for anxiety. It's actually an antipsychotic, but it sometimes is used for anxiety and many, many other things, and sleep. So that was the medication, but it's mostly used for treating, well, that's now used for treating depression. It's used for treating bipolar disorder, sleep. It has many, many uses. A lot of psychiatrists really like it. I meant, did you have depression this year in February? No, I had it last year in December. If you look at my past videos, one of them's called "What Happens When the Mind Gets Depressed." It was hell. Singing is good for treating depression. Yes, sirree, Bob Clairbear. A merry heart doeth like good medicine, said Proverbs. Antoinette Neal, one of the best things you can do for your mental health is to stare at dried pieces of fruit. It's fantastic for raising awareness. Thank you, Antoinette Neal. I wanted a bad joke, and you did it for me. Aha. YouTube button. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of that, so I can look that up. That would be wonderful. I'd love to have a way to thank people. Okay, there we go. I just took a picture of the guy's comment. 5 minutes left. 71 people. Yay, we did it, boys and girls. We hit the 70 mark. In the old days, I used to get 100 without any problem, but you know, I guess the internet's getting very, very, what's the word? Competitive. That's what the word is. The internet is getting very, very competitive. Apparently you can change a light bulb with no arms. You can if you keep the receipt. Don't quite get that joke, but guilt is a common thing among intrusive thoughts and obsessive thoughts. That's true. I have them sometimes. I wish the internet did not happen. It was better before everyone living inside and online. Human beings need physical stimulation. Yes, but if we didn't have the internet, we wouldn't have this live chat. You see, everything, for every advantage, there's a corresponding disadvantage, right? That's what you learn in martial arts. So look, the internet, we can communicate all over the world right here and help ourselves. That's the plus, right? But the minus is it essentially can be too isolating, and there's a lot of crap on the internet. And someone just gave, probably that was 100 rupees or something. I'm not quite sure what, probably that's rupees. Mahesh CV, yeah, that sounds like rupees to me. Sir, does exercise and good sleep control depressive thoughts? Absolutely essential. Good sleep is essential to good mental health, and exercise really helps too. So the answer to your question is yes, yes, and yes. Thank you for your contribution. We're down to 67, but we did hit the 71 at one point. Maybe we can get back there in the next 4 minutes. It's wonderful to be here with you, Douglas, and all the wonderful people joining us on live chat. It really is therapeutic, and I feel connected. That's the whole point, Damien Lopez. Connection, connection, is connection. I wonder what Putin's mental health is like. I've read that he's very mentally unstable right now and is unhinged, which you would think is true based on his actions. Meanwhile, when I get unhinged, what do? I walk around the house, hit myself in the head, but I don't hurt people. This is what happens when someone has that kind of a power. They can be unhinged and people can die. I don't know what to say about it. You know, I really believe that all things are working for the good. But when I see something like that, I don't know, my spiritual belief just gets crushed, because I don't see what good can come out of this war in Ukraine. Anyway, still waiting to hear some more successes and more jokes. Let's try this. Who falls asleep at a bullfight? a bulldozer. This is 5-year-old stuff, right? Why did the pony get sent to the room without supper? He wouldn't stop horsing around, but that reminds me what the mother coffee bean said to the daughter coffee bean when she stayed out too late. You're grounded. There you have it. That's what mother coffee beans do to their daughter coffee beans or children. My dad was an electrical engineer, says Lazy Ranch. He died in '96, just before the internet took off. You're absolutely right. He predicted that it was going to end up being used for a lot of silliness. He wasn't wrong, yes, but also a lot of good. The internet's got everything. It's like a microcosm or a macrocosm, probably a microcosm of all the human folly since the dawn of time, right? And all the human greatness. War is not terrible. You like the coffee bean joke? Just came to me. As we close with 1 minute left, I would like to have one of you very well-read people. This is a very, very famous saying. War is hell, except it's war is hell, right? Let's try 2 L's. Okay, for a free copy of my ebook, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, who said that? You have exactly 1 minute to tell me. Otherwise, we'll have to do another giveaway next week. Hey, Jason Clulo, you're here with 1 minute left. I know that you missed this because of the fact that we moved the clocks ahead in the U.S., but next weekend it's still going to be starting at 7 o'clock your time, but then when you set the clocks ahead on the 27th, it'll be starting at 8 o'clock. Patton, very good guess. He should know, but nope. Well, it's 1 o'clock and nobody got the answer. I'm late here. Oh, Susan, I'm here to share a success story. I'm feeling a lot better at the moment. I think it's due to spring-like weather and more daylight. I couldn't agree with you more. Now that we're in daylight savings time in the U.S., I know it's Susan, you live in Virginia. You're on daylight too. Laughter's great minutes. Yes, Laura Bartow. General, I don't know his first name. I think it was George Sherman. He was the guy at who essentially marched through Atlanta and laced all of Georgia. What a dingbat. I guess he was trying to prove to the South that he meant business, but all the South did was get resentful. No, it was General Sherman. Absolutely right. Where are you, Jason? Jason. I love the name Jason. You're a teenage drinker. Okay, so we started at 7 because in the United States we pushed the clocks ahead last night. So 7 is the new 8, or 8 is the new 7, right? So that's why it started at 7, because at 12 o'clock my time, it's normally 8 o'clock your time, but it's 7 because we pushed the clocks ahead. So next week it's starting at 7. Everybody in the Great Britain or the UK, it's going to start at 7, and the following week it'll be back to 8 because you will push the clocks ahead too. Yes, General, I think it's George Sherman is his first name. Anyway, he should know he did some very bad things. Maybe he was feeling regretful. War is hell, and that's it. No one's ever said it better. Russia, El Salvador, I've been deported to my home country from the U.S., and now I feel I'm worth nothing, 34 years old, no kids, and sometimes I feel like disappeared from all my fans. Your opinion on this? Well, I'm really sorry you've been deported. Do you have people back in El Salvador, or assuming that's where you lived, that to bond to? You got to come to Sherman. You're right, Lazy Eye Ranch. That was his first name. I knew it wasn't George. Yes, that's who said war is hell, and nobody has said it better in the last 150 years. Anyway, yeah, fight to stay positive. And yeah, I guess you just got to do the best you can. I'm really sorry about the deportation. And you feel like you disappeared from my family? Is your family in the United States? Maybe you could find out why you got deported and get back here. Anyway, I hope you can fix your situation. I'm sorry it happened. And do your best to stay positive and try to reach out to people where you are. All right. So, for you guys who just came on late, you can talk to each other. You're alone. Well, is there any way to reach out? Is El Salvador your home country, or wherever you are there ways you can reach out and connect, or can you connect with the people who you left behind? Anyway, see what you can do to get support. The Persian Gulf. I didn't know they played golf in Persia. Anyway, so I gotta go. You have 10 minutes to all the Jason Clulos and all the people came on late because it was daylight savings time in the United States. So next week we are starting at 7 p.m. UK time, noon US time. The Life and Times of Bruce Bloch is premiering on Saturday. I want you to all give it a thumbs up. So we want the movie reviews to get good. There's still time for it to get nominated for Best Documentary for the Oscars. And Bruce Bloch, and here we are. Just for those of you who came in late, at the what did I do with that tree, guys? Did it fall down? Anyway, at the healing veterinary hospital where Bruce was euthanized, we hung this dove on a tree. To our beloved cat Bruce, thank you for bringing love and joy into our lives, Joan and Douglas. And after we post the video next week on Bruce's life, I will now feel like I've done enough closure that I will be getting, and Joan will be getting, a new cat. So let me know if you have any faves, Persian, Abyssinian, or just go to the Humane Society and pick out someone who looks like they want a home. But I always like to have for you, your geography is really bad. The Persian Gulf give name of a seabed of the Iran. Oh, well, you said Persian Gulf, G-O-L-F, so that's not the same as Gulf. Anyway, it's a typo. Don't worry about it. James Hadaway. Yeah, nice to see you. Love you guys. Yeah, well, I'm sure Bruce is resting in holy God. It's been 6 months since he died. Get the kitty who steals your heart. That's it. That's what Bruce did. And I love Claire Berry, your rainbow and your butterfly. What wonderful symbols. Looking forward to seeing Sweet Bruce. He's at the, what do they call that thing? The Rainbow Bridge. Gareshi, nice to see you. Yop, nice to see you. You're young, possibly very young. Yep, you got your whole life ahead of you. Everybody have a good week. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. As we say in the epileptic ward, seizure later.